doctor. Everyone seems very happy today. I'd like to join them, but as a medical operation platform, my appearance at a dinner party would put everyone on edge. I'll be content staying in this corner. I hope everyone remains as healthy and high-spirited as they are now.
Doctor 様、一つお聞きしてもいいですか？私とロドスという感染の根本的な違いはどこにあるでしょうか？機能ですか？それとも体積ですか？もし私の人工知能モジュールをロドスにつなげた場合、私は私でしょうか？それともロドスでしょうか？
A blade needs a sheath. It is a shelter and a place to return. For me, Rhodes Island is that sheath.
With all the years I've spent at Rhodes Island, I know exactly what's left on the agenda today. The doctor still got mad business, all right? Can't keep him any longer. Everyone, a toast to the doctor, who spent another year working hard for us. To you!
Retirement? Too soon for that. Not while I still eat 5 buns for breakfast. Once my appetite declines, then, and only then, will I find some place to bask in the sun. But for now, don't you worry.
Because of how short I am, nobody ever notices whether I'm working or playing hooky. Rhodes Island gave me a really comfortable environment to sleep in, though, so I still gotta do some things every now and then to repay the favor. Doctor, I'm looking forward to a good year.
I was just a lucky survivor, and found a place to call home in Rhodes Island. I will devote all the power I have, and I look forward to the ending that you lead us towards, Doctor.
Someone once told me that the honor of protecting Laterano was the sole reason I fought. But now, I have more things to protect. My beliefs, my companions, and you. It all weighs heavier on my spear, but I will never let it slow down.
It's been a while since I came to Rhodes Island, and I'm so grateful to everyone for helping me get settled in with life here. I don't freak out whenever an automatic door opens anymore. Ah! Doctor, I think a bird and beast-looking robot just passed by.
Looking at our set goals, I've already finished all my training. The other members of my team have made huge progress under Dobermann's instruction too, and we're adapting better and better on the combat side of things. Doctor, I'll be a better captain than I am now. I promise.
It's so fun having everyone together like this. Not a care in the land except what's coming up next and what eats there are. How nice it'll be if every day was like this. Oh, the light show's starting. Let's get moving, Doctor. I think what scares me more than erypathy is the idea of separating from my friends. I love being here at Rhodes Island with everyone, and making a bunch of new friends too. As long as I keep doing what I can to get stronger, I'll be able to protect them all. They had a celebration today? I was so occupied that I hardly noticed. Doesn't matter. As long as there are wounded looking for treatment, my job's not finished. Not to mention the goal I set for myself to become a better medic. See you then, Doctor, for I've still got works to tend to.
My infection made my sister's life hell as well. It may not look like it, but deep inside, my heart resonates with hers, because what we all want is to help those in need with our hands. Speaking of which, isn't she still on shift today? Huh. How can someone have the right to call me the one that worries when she pushes herself this hard?
Doctor, how have we been doing? Yes. Thank you. I hope I can do better, bit by bit. My squad mates have been supporting me all the way. I hope to repay them with my strength.
I only came to Rhodes Island at first because no other place would accept my resume. It seems more like a kind of destiny now. All of A4 are maturing, and I can't fall behind, Doctor. The good news is test results show my health condition has gotten a lot better over the last year.
Doctor, nothing's made me happier than getting to work with you so long. I can't count how much you've cared for my squad members over the past year. Whichever way you guide me, Doctor, that's the future I'll sprint for.
Had I not come to Rhodes Island, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to continue my study on Originium Arts, let alone making friends with my teammates in Reserve Op Team A4. I will cherish all I have at present, for chances like these don't grow on trees. So, Doctor, let us keep up the hard work.
I promise I'll be more careful. I won't break anything. Sorry. Honestly, my salary won't even be enough to cover the damages if I keep breaking things.
I've been so busy with work, I wouldn't even have noticed another year vanish in a blink. Forget anything else. I have far more patience than I used to, honestly. Have they grown up? No, they're still the same loud brats as ever. But at least they're doing much better now. Look at this. They made me tea after hearing I had overtime.
What you see today is the fruit of all your hard work, Doctor. Nothing makes me happier than accompanying someone in admiring their own marvelous achievements. I do hope you'll still choose me to stay by your side this time next year.
I don't like working, but Rhodes Island isn't so bad. Instead of evil landlords, you have comrades you can trust to have your back, and that's enough for me. Say, if today's special, does that mean I get the day off?
Someone like me can't exactly say I fully embrace Rhodes Island's ideals from the bottom of my heart. I only raised my shield to protect the troublemakers of A6, that's all. Doctor, let's try and survive this troublesome land together.
Will we all stay together if I'm a good kid? If I'm a little smarter? I want A6 to stay together like a family. Will you help me, Doctor? A kitty visits gardens that provide food. But if someone tries to lock the kitty up, it will surely run away. When the kitty's in a good mood, however, it can bring back some tasty stuff as thanks. Know what I mean, Doctor? Be sure to make Rhodes Island a garden that everyone likes.
There's no preordained path where one shall walk, nor predestined fate which one shall suffer. And everyone on Rhodes Island has proved that many, many times. Here, Doctor, peek into the crystal ball. as long as your heart is not shadowed by the clouds, you will see the light of hope at the end of the haze.
Back at those Blacksteel ceremonies, when we all got to meet the really highly decorated mercs, I would find myself wondering if I could ever match them. But since coming to Rhodes Island, I'm always thinking about how much I like to go on the really tough missions with the senior operators.
Oh dear, these electronic appliances never make it easy. But I've been making progress, don't you think? Some of the things you call old-fashioned just suit me better. Like this bow. After using it for so many years, it has my total trust.
I, Shirayuki, here ever keep my watch, in duty, and our bonds.
It was Master Silver Ash's choice to partner with Rhodes Island, but I believe in his decision, and my days at Rhodes Island have proven not only how right he was, but also how trustworthy you are.
Just waiting for you to clear out before I grab some cheese from in there. What? My job's never been anything but cleaning up the filthiest of places. Telling me my name's gonna show up in your honor roll?
Life at Rhodes Island is like a piece of rock music. Surely there are low drum beats that keep us in suspense here and there, but the theme always catches us with our blood seething and souls resonating. Which kinda reminds me that it's high time for me to wipe all the craps out with this guitar. I mean a more creative, musical way, not really wiping the board with it.
I always feel a sense of pride watching as the novices grow step by step. Of course, I don't view that as a contribution to Rhodes Island, but I do walk together with them. Doctor, never forget your calling on the road to come.
この刀は我が輩が使うたびに面倒事を起こすんだ。ドクターが頼れる相手でよかったぜ。ドクターの言うことに従えば、どんなに刀を振っても間違いはないからな。
You don't need to be too worried. My past experiences weren't all bad. They taught me what living wrongly looked like. And my time at Rhodes Island has made me want to stick even harder with this all-new outlook, to explore even more unknown places across the lands. Maybe you'd want to come with me, Doctor.
Fighting makes me feel useful. You've always thought so? Thanks, Doctor. And outside of battle as well? Gavial and Tamimi said so too. Am I dreaming? Sora just gave me more of her albums, and they also came with her signature on them. How nice of her. She also gave me this little heart-shaped doodle on my gloves, saying these are the coolest gloves she's ever seen, and that I looked really special with them. Doctor, I'm thinking maybe I'm not as weird as I thought.
Doctor, does it ever keep you up at night that you might never find any trace of your past again? Whenever I step out onto Rhodes Island's deck, I wonder, would walking away from here bring me any closer to my forgotten memories? Say, Doctor, don't you know you're supposed to console me when I bring down the mood like this?
Yeah, I know. I've been at Rhodes Island so long I ought to get used to my new life already. I'm gonna stop crawling through the vans, and I'm really gonna cut down on stealing stuff as a prank. Doctor, do you think that after so many field missions, I've learned to use my skills for the better.
I came to Rhodes Island to treat my closest friend, but when I got here, I found even more people who needed my aid. I'm so glad my herbal medicine can be useful. I hope that, one day, my herbs will be the most bitter thing anyone in this land has to deal with.
You want my thoughts on what being a Rhodes Island doctor's been like? Nothing too special. Whether punching enemies into submission or using my staff to make patients listen, there's always a sense of accomplishment. It was my choice, and I made it, so there's nothing to waffle over.
I admit, I've had a lot of regrets about leaving home. But now, I run this little garden on Rhodes Island. This job has its own blessings, filling everyone's lives with wonderful fragrance. You know, Doctor, there's a saying in Minos. When a flower leaves its branch, it is embracing the whole land.
I'm actually not familiar with what lies outside the Snow Realm, since most of my job was to simply perform the duties my master has entrusted to me. I need to broaden my horizon. Even though I'm no more than a guardian, I need to learn more and see more.
They're all busy having fun outside. I'm gonna pack up my bag a little, then get out and return with cool stuff loaded on my back. What's in my bag? A baseball, pair of mitts, and... Doctor, just between you and me, and promise to keep it from the medical department, I also got some snacks in there.
Doctor, come try the piroshki I baked. They're even tastier than before, right? I'm growing up too, you know. And then Mama and Papa and Zima and all my friends won't have to worry about me. I'm going to get even stronger. What day is it? Oh, of course. I see my assistants are all joining in on the fun. All right. Why don't we let them make an even more beautiful piece for Rhodes Island?
There are too many unsolved enigmas in my research, and I only have so much time. Thus, I have to maintain a clear boundary between work and life. So long as each finds its own separate meaning, my time on this land will be worthwhile. I count myself lucky to have found this balance at Rhodes Island.
Reporting in, Chief. All meat roasting for tonight's dinner party that was to be done over a charcoal flame has now been substituted for induction stovetops. Celebrations can begin at any time. In future, I'll be even sure to make every operator aware of how terrifying a fire can be.
I remember the names of those who've left us, and I can still feel the lingering fear, rage, and pain of battle. But if I'm to give a speech in front of everyone, I want to tell a story of hope instead. Doctor, I'm a little nervous. Could you hold my hand, please? Detected. Passage of the Doctor. What is Doctor laughing at? Scanning hairstyle condition of Telopsis. Detected. 3 pigtails. 5 bows. 5 colored bands. 2 clips. Assumed to be practical joke by Ifrit. Final assessment. Adorable.
Rhodes Island gave us a place to live. I'm not about to forget that. But I'm gonna get stronger. Strong enough to make sure I'm worthy of the General Zima title. For my comrades. Now, you'd better work twice as hard from here on, or that chair's gonna be mine. I'm dead serious.
I like how Rhodes Island does its anniversaries. Here's a couple wine truffles I just picked up. Rum and bitter almond flavor. Tastes pretty good. Why don't you give them a try?
Rhodes Island is a more interesting place than Blacksteel. The medics always look like they're attending my funeral when I get a checkup. It scares me. Yeah, I know. I'll be good and listen. I have too much on my bucket list to give up now.
Vigna trusts Rhodes Island. That's why I take orders from you. No hesitation. But you listen here, Doctor. You need to feel the weight of that trust. Else I'll make you feel it, even if I need my fists to do it. And I don't mean wanting to scrap with you. But you just keep what I said in mind.
Here, take some whiskey, add a little amaretto, then put it on the rocks. Want a sip? In Syracuse, we call this a luci spente, and one sip means you're killing the guy next to you. Texas, she'll never tell you this, but she used to love this drink. Come, salute.
I may have seen some vision or other. You should be careful, Doctor. On the route you've chosen, disaster is unavoidable, and it is far more and far closer than you ever bargained for. And I will live in the true field of battle. I am a toxic person, but I still have a place of my own here. It makes me so happy. The operators might still be slightly scared of me, but that's it. They don't reject me that much. Just give it enough time, and the relationships between us will be fine, won't they?
Missions boring, enemies boring, but it's still way better than Kashmir no matter how you slice it. Just getting further and further away from there feels great. A wind from Kashmir will never again blow my arrows off its mark, and I never want to breathe its air ever again.
Before this, I'd never stayed with an organization for such a long time, and I haven't figured out my plans for the future. But I really wavered when I heard Amiya say, I want to help the Sarkaz. Maybe there are still lots of people out there with hope for the future in their hearts.
I find I do think rather simply about some things. Pure power won't actually achieve everything I set for myself. It may hold the other side off for a while, but it doesn't get to the root of the issue. I must press on, Rhodes Island. I have much more yet to learn here.
What is research for, Doctor? My former coworkers say I can be surprisingly shallow. But if I were only in it for the money or fame, there are better ways. I just want to help advance technology, even by a little bit. And here, I can do that.
There's no lack of ambition and idealism in the field of life sciences. I myself was drawn by those ideals before I found my true calling. But thanks to Rhodes Island, I now know what I'm researching and fighting for.
Look at how spry and active they all are. If only they could come back from field missions just as lively. It's a doctor's lot to worry, but some operators really don't know to cherish themselves. They don't fear me, so they don't listen. Maybe this calls for me to be a little more fearsome, like Kautzit style.
When I was bestowed the title of Radiant Knight, the General Chamber of Commerce didn't much appreciate my shine. Fortunately, neither Shining nor Rhodes Island have since found me too bright to look at. As vast as the land is, I imagine the rays of the sun will only reach so far. In that respect, I will strive until I can strive no more.
Rhodes Island has many walls, but I can feel the wind on the deck. Keltsit and the doctor are here. I like this place.
And I'm done writing. I won't go wrong following this plan. By this time next year, Rhodes Island and I will have made even more notable progress. Restricted? Yes, I put editing privileges in place, or else Franca would have probably added her plans in too and made a whole mess of things.
Even your most carefully laid plan ain't gonna carry you out of the swamp when you're all stuck in it. That's when you come looking for the unstoppable force. Hold the shiny equipment. That's the reason Rhodes Island and Penguin Logistics are like two peas in a pod. Here's to keeping that unstoppable force rolling, boss.
People at Rhodes Island are beginning to understand the wonders of weapons. I was used to being alone, but now I get a few regular visitors. Not that I mind. It's kind of fun, actually. Sometimes I even feel like a few more would be nice.
Stopping catastrophes is still beyond me. We might not have a real solution for decades, even centuries. But what I hope for right now is to save as many as I can, from both catastrophe and those who would exploit it.
Today will be noisy. I think I'll find a quiet place to hide. Have fun with Meteor and the others.
My brother and sister are still butting heads, but their relationship smoothed out a bunch. I can feel it. Gotta thank you for melting the ice between them, Doctor. But still, I really wish hanging around home was as chill as being at Rhodes Island.
My brother's here too? Oh, no need to worry, Doctor. We all know what our business is. On this day, we're no more than operators for Rhodes Island. This place is like a little pocket, and I'm here from time to time just to relax, not for anything else.
The Silver Branch. Mathematical theory of Originium arts. Superpropositional logic. I'm going through the books I've read this year. Suspense fiction has its merits, but dipping into all manner of knowledge is comforting in a sense. It lets me believe, undeniably, that I am moving forward.
Idols and messengers are both jobs about passing on love. Seeing fans and audiences smile is a source of happiness in my own life. I'm sure, together with everyone at Rhodes Island, we can spread this blessing even further. It's a tiny little dream, but I'll do my best to make it come true. I don't want to go through the experience of losing a friend again. I will defend everyone with my own life, even if it's somewhere none of them will see me.
After I became an infected, I thought for a bit that my career and my life were both over. Rhodes didn't just rein in my illness, but also gave me a fresh start. Standing up again in dire straits is exactly what the hero does, right? Doctor, let's climb back to the top. Together.
Doctor, as a leader, do you ever find yourself confused too? Do you feel the same heavy burden when your choices can impact the fates of so many? I'm not one to flee from my duty, but there is so much that requires careful consideration. I may want some guidance from you.
We are led in differing directions, but by your power and wisdom, you may guide us on our journey together. Should the soul in you that protects us be a constant, we too will open a brand new path for you on our souls of honesty and ardor.
What's the deal outside today? Why is it so noisy? Whoa! There's a party? Oh, is there a barbecue? I'm really good at barbecue. Everyone should come eat mine, which means it's time to stoke the fire! What? We're not doing it on a charcoal grill? Boring. Where'd my grill go? Shaw confiscated it?
Thank you for everything you've done for me over the last year, Professor. I'm delighted to be here with you. There's still so much I don't know about volcanoes and catastrophes. Before I get to the point where I can't continue my surveys and research, I'm devoting all my energy into this. That way, I can live with no regrets.
When I left home and came to Rhodes Island, I left behind my old friends and the life I knew too. I've grown up a little now, but I'd be fooling myself if I said it wasn't hard. Doctor, I still believe it's all worth it. Because right here, I found a star to call my own.
Chaos still arises without respite across this land, and the most we can do is save the wounded. The peace Rhodes Island has brought me is one I've never chanced to feel before. But, Doctor, the road ahead still stretches afar, and those oldest dreams of mine, I still continue in the wake of.
Shining notes that since we came aboard Rhodes Island, my health has taken a turn for the better. When by your side, I feel this warmth, too. But why can I not shake this harsh premonition? Doctor, after I recall everything, will Rhodes Island still welcome me with open arms?
I might not be alongside Rhodes Island forever, but the camaraderie we built in battle, that's something the LGD, my Hanya, and me will remember. My commitment to protecting Rhodes Island will never change. Doctor, when times are troubled from here on, give me a call.
The founding of regulations and traditions symbolizes that they might be broken, and it is not my job to judge nor to punish, but simply to see disorder rewound to order, and chaos return to organization. The road is a challenging one, but I won't be stopped.
Multiple times now, Rhodes Island has shown its ability and its responsibility as a medical firm. But I'm very curious. In your eyes, will this merely stop at Eripathy? What new ripples will you send across the lands in future? I have great expectations.
I'm a little dazed all of a sudden, seeing everyone at Rhodes Island so happy. After all we've been through, just having you and Amiya here, safe and sound, is already more than I could ask for. I'll be with you here from here on out, fighting to preserve this happiness.
The way Rhodes Island fights is different from what I'm used to. But that doesn't bother me one bit. And I only learned after coming here how many people look down on the infected. But don't worry. Me and my fist will change their minds.
Rhodes Island feels so lively today. I like this sort of energetic atmosphere. Huh? A party? Maybe not. I'm happy enough watching everybody enjoy themselves.
This lance has been with me for a long time. People say I don't use it to its full potential, but I only hope that justice is served wherever my lance can reach. I won't lose to anyone, as long as I know I'm fighting for justice.
I am a lurking danger to Rhodes Island. If anyone more is hurt because of me, we will bear our trials together. That's how a family should be. What you've just said is something very opinionated, but I don't hate it. Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor, I've been studying electrical engineering in depth lately. It's a little tough, but I'll work hard. I want to illuminate more places for Rhodes Island, and for everyone. I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I?
I went against my grandfather's wishes by becoming a cop, but I believe it was the right choice for me. Not that it's easy. This isn't just to take control of my own life. More than that, it's for Lungman's future. Hey, don't think Chen's the only one who thinks about this stuff. Just like her, I have much to do in the future.
I left Lungman in search of something. Something that I can only find on my own. But you Rhodes Islanders, you have the strength to win people over with your ideals. And I hope you won't let me down. Me? I'm not there yet. I need to be faster.
I never forgave any of my old enemies, and I'll never forget those who showed me kindness. The old laddering guy's dead, but there's still Rhodes Island. I have a clear reason to fight with the time I've got left.
I execute every assignment from Rhodes Island stringently, as I do with instructions from the Notarial Hall. However, when contrasted, your assignments better reflect my efficiency. No, I have no intent of comparing partner organizations. I simply mean to say that you are a truly outstanding commander.
I think of what reasons brought me to Rhodes Island, Doctor. And there's only you. I allow you to use me as your blade, but in kind you provide me amusing prey and durable whetstones. But don't disappoint me, for if you do, I cannot guarantee that someday this blade will not point at you.
I lead an incredible life, Doctor. I've got the know-how to do my scientific research. I've got parents and friends who support me, and my dreams in the North to keep me going. But I still have one tiny little wish. If somebody ever writes a history of the North, I want my name in it.
I guess I followed Durin to a pretty nice place. I've seen huge nomadic cities, beaten up so many baddies in battle, and eaten so many great foods I'd never seen before. Once I get home, I'll turn all these stories into a travel log and get it published. It's bound to be a bestseller.
I appreciate Rhodes Island for being there for me and my sister. The pain Oripathy exacts on my body is far from surpassing the doubt I have in my own life of study. But the medical department is still helping me to find out why I'm losing my power. So there's still hope for everything, isn't there?
I must express my gratitude to Rhodes Island. The longer the war stretches on, the more I realize the importance of a place to rest. Has the technology Azazel brought to Rhodes Island been of help? Ah, that is good. After all, I can do little else but wield my blade in your service.
こんな日々がいつまで続くんだろう。時々、自分でも未来が見えないと思う時があるんだよ。でも、医者である私たちまで辛いと思ったら、治療を待っている患者さんたちは、もっと絶望するでしょ？ドクター、いつか私たちにも、希望が見える日が来るよね。
Being able to run again is such a blessing. I'll never forget what Rhodes Island has done for me. Now I want to help everyone by my own power too. But it still seems like I get in the way more than anything. I'll keep on trying though, so that someday I really can be of help to you all.
学校で先人の著作から知識を学びましたけれど、ロドスと共に長い旅路を経て、私はようやく身をもってこの大地の広さに触れ、本には書かれていない経験を得ましたの。あ、それに、シュバルツはこちらでとても元気に過ごしているようです。彼女によくしていただいて感謝いたしますわ。
Master Doicus helped me to get my revenge, and gave me a new life, while Lady Salon taught me to see a warmer, gentler world. I'm also greatly thankful to you all. Rhodes Island lets Lady Salon be firm in her goal, and I can be more confidently clear in knowing where my fight is headed.
Huh. It's not often I see you at the bar, Doctor. What's wrong? Trouble at work? You're a great commander. I don't want you taking any wrong turns anytime soon. Come on. I'll order you an ice flame and we'll talk over drinks.
You know, being an infected, it's cool to get stable work here. I can even get some little hobbies too. I must have been pretty great in my past life to deserve all this. Nah. Wouldn't be infected now if I was. Man, forget it. I'm gonna help out with the decorations.
I wonder from time to time what my parents would think of me now, working at Rhodes Island. Would they be proud of me, or maybe they still wouldn't forgive me? Either way, saving more lives is an ideal I'll never be swayed from.
Streamer stuck up, snaps laid out, balloons of every color. Yes, one truth prevails. Doctor, based on my deductions, today must be some holiday celebration. What? They sent an advance notice to every operator's terminal yesterday? It can't be!
父が言っていました。企業にとって最も得難いものは、いつ何時であっても従業員を一つにまとめられる共通の理想です。僕はペンギン急便とロドスで、この結束力を見ました。この点については、ドクターとエンペラーさんに見習わなければいけませんね。
Working for Rhodes Island has been valuable practical experience for me. I've learned a great deal, but I think I need more experience still, before I can decide whether or not I should stay. Whatever the future brings, I believe you and I are fighting for justice.
危険な場所であるほど、
魅力的な景色を見つけられるものでね。いくつもの困難を乗り越えて、最終的に天才の真っ只中に身を置くとき、自分もその景色の一部になるのさ。ドクター、果たして君はロドスをどこへ導くのかな。とても楽しみにしているよ。
You wanna know what I found at Rhodes Island that's so practical? Obviously, seeing a different sunset on the bridge every day, and the feeling of using this gun to do something good. Pretty cool, yeah? Just kidding. Alright, let's forget all this complicated stuff. I'm gonna nab some pudding from the canteen.
You still have a lot to do, don't you? Blaze understands me because we fight together. But it's not as if any two people, or groups, who disagree will have a similar chance. I'm very lucky, which is why I need to be more responsible. Until the day when we can all sleep soundly.
I don't have such crazy arts, but reading this mission summary for the year, I've been in a bunch of tough battles, huh? Sure saved a ton of infected too. You're worried for my health? Hey, what's to worry about? My stamina training figures are always on the rise.
I didn't think I'd run into you here. I just finished cleaning up my workbench. There's been a lot of orders in for weapons lately. Why haven't I been supervising you lately? Because you don't seem like you're about to turn rotten these days. And I approve of your goals. Let's work hard together, Doctor.
By now, I've said all my thanks. I just hope that, when danger ultimately approaches, Rhodes Island won't be drawn in. Or, at the very least, it'll be in my power to protect you.
Rhodes Island maybe can't offer me a super comfortable life. No, I get enough food and warm clothes here that's already pretty comfy. Anyway, I'm extremely grateful to have a work environment that supports my R&D like this. I will double up my efforts and get results worth the experimental funding.
Doc, congrats on making it through another year. Ock's a lot more steady than he was a year ago, and now he knows the right path to take. Why, Fu? She hasn't needed me to worry about her for a long time. By the way, Doc, it looks like Rhodes Island is holding a dinner party. Anywhere you might need me?
Does it matter that much? I don't really super mind the kind of man I turn out to be in the end. But it's like why Fu and Hung keep having these hopes of something. And Rhodes Island's a little better than what I was thinking here. So, no duh. I'm happy to keep going with you guys.
The food was bad, but a fun time was had. Sort of. Well, I know they had fun, but I just couldn't enjoy myself. All I see is Rhodes Islanders putting down their weapons and coming to munch and spice and play mahjong with me. And when the party's over, they pick those weapons right back up. It makes me think, damn, what a shame. Hey, what are you gawping at me for? Come on, let's take a walk.
私が調査している案件の結論はまだ出ていないため、ロドスを完全に信頼することはできません。しかしこちらに身を寄せている間に、心優しい医者や勇敢不屈な技師とまみえることができました。たとえお互いの理念が違うとしても、あなた方の払った代償と努力に敬意を表します。
I used to go hungry all year round, and I was really happy when I could just sleep safe and sound. Now I have a warm bed every day, so I'm happy. Oh, and it would be even nicer if my room could have all these snacks like yours does, Doctor.
今日のパーティーは最高だよ。毎日こんなバカ騒ぎができたらいいのにな。人は孤独になると、あることないこと考えちゃうもんだしさ。ずっとポジティブでいるのも結構しんどいからね。ああ、今のなし。やっぱり今を楽しむのが一番でしょ。
Time is like the thread on a loom, forming into a person's life bit by bit. These moments I've experienced at Rhodes Island have surely made me stronger. With my sword in hand and companions at my side, I'm given the courage to withstand the bitterness.
あんたの願いはよーくわかってるぜ。今日は過去を振り返る記念日ってことで、サルゴンの後陣に覆われた太古の物語を聞いて、未来に横たわる真実を共に探求しようって算段だろ。おい、逃げんなって。本気で何か話してやりたかったんだよ。ま、ろくな話でもねえけど。ああ、やめだ。紅茶でも言っとくか。
Thinking over it, I've been through a fair few battles with all the folks at Rhodes Island by now. I really do miss the days of lying in the hay having a nap sometimes. But nobody'd have an idle life to live if I put the spear down and left, you ken? So, you'll no catch me moaning about it.
ロドスに来てから、いろんな場所に行きました。これって、お花の香りを大地に広めたことになりませんか？ラナお姉さんに比べれば、私はまだまだ一人前には程遠いですが、ロドスをもっとぬくもりあふれる場所にできるように頑張ります。
People say that what's past is past. But is that really true? I feel like some things you'll always carry with you. But even so, you have to keep moving forward.
The old miners on the ship used to say, "Every ship hides a story." And so does Rhodes Island. Just kidding. I'm not here for corporate espionage. But even if you have some secrets, I'm willing to trust you, Doctor. When the time comes for me to know, I'm sure you'll trust me too, right?
I may never be able to free myself from the nightmare. But since my arrival at Rhodes Island, I gradually found the courage to face it. It's all thanks to you and my friends at the USSG. You always stand by my side and lead the way. I believe one day I will finally be able to start my life anew.
ドクター、私、ロドスに来たのは旅費を稼ぐためだったけど、でもドローンを無料でメンテナンスしてくれる会社なんて、一生離れられないよ。たとえこんなにでかいフェリーがいても、怖くなんかな、うわー！あれって、ブレイズ？
今年もかなり貯金が増えたな。ロドスに来てから、俺とレオンハルトの収入は随分と安定した。あいつは何も言ってこないが、ここしばらくは、あいつに物を買っていない。ずっと貯めておいても特に使い道はないし、何か買うとするか。ドクター、おすすめのものはあるか？
Ever since my mother went missing,
I haven't had a place to call home. Rhodes Island is the closest I have. Dr. Kaltzit invested her ideals in this company, and so have I. Doctor, bear witness to my determination.
こんにちは、ドクターさん。今日は皆さんお忙しそうなので、今からアーミオお姉さんのお手伝いに行くつもりで。さっきは何を考えてたですか？パパとママは今どうしてるのかなって考えてました。ドクターさん、いつか私も会いに戻れるでしょうか？
うわ、しくった。ロドスじゃ年越し以外にもこんなイベントがあるとは。毎度なんつうタイミングで帰ってきてんだ、私は。タンマ！話しかけたいなら何杯か付き合ってもらうぜ。飲まねえなら静かにしてろ。
Oh my, it has been quite some time since we were able to have fun like this. Sure enough, many things become enjoyable once you discard the formalities. Doctor, sit here. You are not allowed to go anywhere until this bottle of wine is empty.
Rhodes Island's got all these heavies, plus smart people like you. One day, someday, I'm gonna do something big that'll rock the whole world. At the very least, I'll do it before I die. I should try to stay alive? I guess you're right.
お姉ちゃんが何をしているのか、結局、今でもよくわからないんです。でも、ロドスと共に過ごした長い時間の中で、雑誌の写真でしか見たことがなかったような景色をたくさん見られました。今後、部族に戻った時には、神が私たちに与えてくれた祝福がどんなものか、前よりもはっきりと理解できるようになるかもしれませんね。一人っきりで自分のルールを守り通せるような傭兵であり続けるのは、実は難しいんだ。船も同じだよ。目印になるようなものがないと、行き先を見失いやすいでしょ？でも、ロドスと一緒なら安心だよ。自分が正しいことをしてるって信じられるから。
ドクターを見ていると、どんどん世話を焼きたくなってきますね。やはり、ジュナー教官とドーベルマン教官は、さすがの洞察力と言うべきでしょうか。傭兵でもないのに、雇い主にここまで気配りができるなんて。ドクター、与えられた任務を完璧に遂行するために、いくつか質問をさせてください。
綿毛、キラキラの小石、キャンディー、スパイス。それから一番大事な、笑顔を描いて。ほら、新しく覚えたぬいぐるみの作り方だよ。すごくかわいい？そう。
A role which deviates from the script cannot exist, nor may a shadow hide forever in the night. Rhodes Island, are you to be the stage I next take? I only hope that this time it is by your hands the curtains are brought down.